So back to the channel guys in yet another chess video, and I'm back with another great game of mine. Sorry guys, but I wasn't able to upload any video since the last 2 months because the exams were going and stuff like that. But now I'm back, and this game too involves a smothered checkmate, and this game teaches you a lesson that is, and the lesson is why you should never grab the B and G pawns with your queen early in the game, because these pawns are known as poisoned pawns and your queen may get trapped after taking them early in the game. Yes, sometimes you can get away with that, but most of the times your queen might end up getting trapped. So that's what happened in the game. I had the black pieces in this game, and opponent starts off with e4. I replied with e5, knight d4, e takes d4 and queen takes d4, knight to c6 to gain a tempo over the queen. Queen moved to a4. I played bishop to c5 because it's always a good idea to keep your bishops out of the pawn chain to make them even strong and more effective. So knight to f3 is on the board, and now I played d6, bishop to c4, and now we have bishop to d7. Now opponent plays knight to g5, which was a mistake, and I played knight to h6, defending the f7 pawn. Now opponent played queen to b3, increasing pressure over the f7 pawn, and I defended the f7 pawn via queen to e7, because in this position I should have just castled, but I wasn't sure which way I'm gonna castle. So let's play queen to e7, because I might have castled long in this game, but I just didn't. Opponent grabbed the b7 pawn via queen takes b7, and it was a big mistake because b7 pawn was a poisoned pawn. Now I played bishop to b4 check, and after bishop to d2, which was a big blunder, I played rook to b8, gaining a tempo over the queen. Opponent played queen takes on c7, and now I played bishop takes on d2 check, which was a mistake, although the best move was actually queen takes on g5, because in this position the white bishop is actually pinned to the king by my bishop. It may not look like it, but it is. And even if white tries something like c3, I can grab the g2 pawn and continue the game, having a really good advantage. But still, what happened in the game is that I traded the bishops, and after knight takes d2, I castled short, or king side, and opponent retreated his knight g knight to f3, although the best move in this position was to bishop to a6 to prevent any kind of rook f to c1 ideas, rook f to c8 ideas actually. So after I played rook f to c8, his queen was trapped, so he had to sacrifice his queen for the rook. That's what he did. He played queen takes on c8 check, I played rook takes on c8. Opponent, and now he castles queen side, or long castle. Now knight to b4 is on the board, and he plays rook h to e1. Now I played bishop to e6, because whenever in chess you are up a huge amount of material, it's always a good idea to trade down more and more pieces. But still opponent, so we both now traded bishops, and now he moved his knight to b3, and now I played rook takes on c2 check. Although knight takes on c2 was even stronger, but still opponent plays king to b1, which was the only legal move. And now I played a5, and opponent played knight f to d4, attacking both my queen and the rook. I moved my queen to c4. He grabbed my rook via knight takes on c2, and I grabbed his knight via queen takes on c2 check. King to a1 was the only legal move, and now I played a4, and I attacked his knight, and he played rook takes on d6, danger levels. I threatened his knight, and he counter threatened me with a mating threat, and it's never too late to blunder a mate, especially if it is a back rank one. In this position, had I played 8x on b3, the game would have been over, just like this. And so in this position I was careful, so I quietly played g6 to make space for my king. Opponent played rook c1 to gain a tempo over my queen. I played queen takes on e4, and now he played rook to d8 check, but to no avail because I simply moved my king to g7. And now he played knight to c5, and that was a big blunder because it's already a mate in 4 now, and that too in two different ways. So let us see what was the best move in this position. Well, the best move in this position was knight to d2, and I will tell you later why this was the best move. But let us see what happened in the game first. After knight to c5, I played knight to c2 check. Opponent played king to b1. I played knight to a3 double check, so the queen cannot be captured. Only move again is king to a1. Now I played queen to b1 check, sacrificing my queen, and the king cannot take the queens because the queen is defended by the knight. So rook takes on b1 is forced, and now I finished off the game in style via knight to c2, smothering the king into the corner and delivering a checkmate. So let us see another way in which this game could have been ended. So as I already told you, there were two ways in which mate in 4 was possible. So after knight to c2 check, only other move white had was to capture the knight via rook takes on c2. But as soon as the rook captures the knight, it completely abandons the back rank. So we have queen to e1 check, rook to d1 to lengthen the game for two more moves, queen takes on d1 check, rook to c1, and queen takes on c1 mate. So this was another way in which the game could have ended, but still the game ended in a far more beautiful way. So let us see why knight to d2 was the best move here. So let's say my opponent had played knight to d2. So had I tried the same thing again, knight to c2 check, king to b1, knight to a3 check, now king to a1, and had I tried the same trick again via queen to b1 check, it would have been a blunder because now the knight controls the b1 square and it can take the queen, and there is no smothered mate, it turns out to be, because the rook is controlling the c2 square. That's why knight to d2 was actually the best move in this position. But still I won the game, and I think that you might have liked this video, and if you did, then please share this video with your family and friends, and hit the like button and subscribe button, and also do not forget to subscribe and clicking the bell icon so you won't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.